Alright. So, it's been a while since we did one of these. And, I guess we'll do another one, I guess. And, yeah, so we're gonna play some Mega Man Maker. Mega Man Maker, for those who don't know, is a fan game where you can make your own Mega Man levels of sorts. And we're going to attempt the Long Wily Challenge, which is a path of 20 randomly selected user levels. And so we're going to start off with the power test from Derp Can. Or Derp Can. Got a bed of spikes. Okay, we got the Skull Barrier, which is the Skullman weapon that has been buffed a bit because you could walk on spikes with this weapon, with this shield. There's a bunch of shields in Mega Man Maker, and we got to give them unique attributes, I suppose. And do the tornado thing. Nado's a thing from I guess Mash. Try this shine. I guess that works better. Shine's another thing from Smash Brothers, which I don't particularly care for, but when I did some of the earlier levels, they're a necessary evil when a better deflector shield is unavailable. So we're doing this Nado thing again. And, wondering where we're gonna go from here. Boss fight with Cutman. Pretty straightforward. And just shine. Just keep the shine shield up, and Cutman will toss his cutter at you. It will bounce back at him, and it will kill him eventually. Very basic level. Nothing to write home about, I suppose. Yep. Not really much else to say there. So we're gonna move on to our next level. I've tried on several occasions to do a Long Wily challenge. What a horrible night to have a curse. This better not be one of those long form exploration bullshits. Like for this mode, I don't need that sort of thing. Oh, we got the Ease battle music from one of the Ease games. Or YS or WISE, as I've heard my buddy call it a couple of times, and refuses to pronounce it the other way. Okay, so fairly, I guess, basic, straightforward level so far. That double path. Methinks I should go to the left. Methinks I'm right. Kill the gumball machine. Oh, Picket Man. Just pick him off the side there. Oh. Not much to it, really. Good weapons here. Okay, yeah. Like so. Another shutter. No expectorals. Oh, now we're in a forest. Okay. Okay, I could dig that. Somewhat, I guess. Now it's like that. Hey. Ugh, well, that's my fault. Try not to impale yourselves on the Feral Shot's kind of a nice weapon to have like a nice little overhead option, as it were. I'm probably gonna need to swap right. Ah. Crystal Joes take like, I guess, 3 hits to kill. Better safe than sorry with that charge kick, which you can slide in the air in Mega Man Maker. You couldn't do this in Mega Man 5. Then again, you couldn't just slide with the kick by pressing B. you had to do the slide move and stuff. So methinks I gotta take the upper path because it's bound to be the most rewarding. Because logic suggests that you take the more dangerous path, you get rewarded, and there we go, another E-tank. A bunch of weapons capsules. I don't know if I could have just went down, whatever, who cares. I don't think I'm missing anything by not going the other way. Or maybe I'm gonna regret something. I'm gonna regret it. There you go. Anyways. Oh, hello. We're hanging in the background. I mean, seriously, you know, those trees are in the backdrop. They're in the distance. So as much as you want like a nice, cool visual of that, it ain't gonna work. Because you're in the background. Yay! Nightman. Nightman is a robot master from Mega Man 6. Where you could only hit the bastard if you get past his shield. If you don't get past his shield, then you're shit out of luck. I just pelt him with, fucking charge shots. Take advantage of whatever opening you have. And, boom. Yep. Well, so far so good. Usually craps out after, like, what, 7 or 8 levels in? You know? That's probably how far we're gonna get to. Volcanic Jungle. Omega Man ZX. The Rush Jet Fireman remix from Rush Jet 1. The Mega Man Remade soundtrack. Use a bunch of his tracks to replace the music, which you could do, you know, because all the music is like NSF files, which is like the emulated NES soundtrack stuff, or file formats, whatever the case may be, whatever you want to call it. You could just swap the tunes if you want, though only certain bits and bobs are supported. Anyways. Brick drop. Oops. Wondering if this is one of the earlier levels. Probably not. Probably not. Oh, fuck me. Oh, shit. Oh. That was a close call. Then again, probably not, but whatever. And, boop. 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 Oh, shit. Okay, that's gonna be a problem. And, oh, well, yeah, okay, nah, we're dead. Oh. Yeah, dipshit, you have brick, yeah. Fuck. It's making me wonder, why am I not using this beforehand, right? Yeah, jump, you do the bricks, and they kill the things. There you go. Now I got the magnet beam. And a helpful thing of spikes to let you know that you gotta climb upwards. Yeah, thank you. Very much appreciated that. So, I guess we're gonna do it bit by bit there. Yeah, we could do it bit by bit, no problem. Try not to get killed. Yeah, even though the force beams, they got a bunch of force beams here. And, thankfully we got that extra life, but we're gonna kill this hot dog here. Because of course we are. We have to kill the hot dog. I am hungries, or something, I don't know. Whatever, fuck. It's just get to grab the extra life. Doesn't really matter. Lives probably won't respawn, but the other shit will, so who cares, right? And just stand here, just pelt away with the lemons. Like so. Harmlessly on the other side. Yep. Ah, fuck. Close call. I'm going to... Yeah, I'm going to leave the... Oh, fuck. Well, we went over to the extra life. So I want to save that for... in case I fuck up royally against Stone Man. Which I don't think I'm going to do. Because Stone Man is... well, he just jumps around all over the place, and if you keep him close, you have him under control. And if you're far away, he'll launch one of his Power Stone things, which flies out in a circular pattern, expanding circular pattern, and is, well, no. That didn't take long. So, anywho, next level on the list. Rock Way by Circuit. Ignite Man from Time Tangent, the never materialized fan game that they turned into a soundtrack. Oh, free tank. Why, yes, please. Gotta charge here. Sometimes these levels don't have charges. Climb the ladders. And, oh. Alright. Not the most, well, lots of browns. Lots of browns and lots of tight jumping. I mean, Jesus Christ. There we go. Doo-doo. Oh, we got spikes galore. Anyways, you could slide. You could just slide over them. You can slide over it. Golly willikers. What a load of ass. Yeah, just slide under all this shit. Okay, so I'm gonna make this thing. What? What? Oh. Are you for fucking real? Okay. Oh, fuck off. Fuck right the fuck off. Jesus fucking Christ. So I gotta... oh, fuck. Okay. Let's try this again. Let's be a little... Fuck you. Let's try. Fuck you. So is this mini kite? Oh, fuck. This is like, what, mini fucking Kaizo all of a sudden? Yeah, sure, why not? Okay, let's see if we could just reach the checkpoint without fucking dying. We made it. Amazingly. Almost surprised he forgot. I'm pretty sure whoever did this forgot the spike into that one gap. Holy fuck. We got ninja stars in the top. So we gotta be careful with your fucking jumps. Jesus H. Christ. So now what, do I gotta wait or what? Ah, man. Okay, so I guess. Yeah, just take the fucking doors. I don't care. Hey, more Stone Man. Well, you'd have to be stoned, man. You know, to make a level like this. Ah, I could have gotten another E-tank if I navigated that pile of shit, but whatever. Got more than enough than what I need here. I don't care. Besides, I have a feeling I might get more somewhere along the way, so... No, apologies there. Yeah, changed the victory tune in the background. Figured why not. Anyways, I lost count on how many levels we conquered already. Yeah. Bubble Man's Russian sewer home. Okay. You know, you have actual Russian-themed Cossack backgrounds that you could have used. Instead, you're doing... You got the snake tiles and stuff. I always like to check every possible avenue of stuff. And, yeah. Okay. Go down here. Get the piss water. Okay. Okay, this is gonna be a bit of a pickle. Thunderwool. They improved Thunderwool with the new update, where instead of just shooting a lame thunderbolt down, and I died. Okay, well, all right, wasn't okay. Sorry about that. This is Bubble Man spamming a billion bubbles because the glass is half empty or half full. And as such, you know, when he hits the surface, he could shoot like a billion bubbles. More so than what he would normally be capable, or normally than what he would be programmed to do. Which is like up to 3 bubbles at a time before he jumps and swims, or whatever the fuck he does. So we're gonna try this again. And, I will admit, it's a nice way of making Bubble Man hard, but, fuck. See, I'm trying to use the fucking thunder thing. Which, it's much more useful than, fuck. Not by much, though. Like, that's the only caveat, is like, I'm gonna try and oh yeah, of course it has to hit the door. Fucking hell, man. Almost had him. Close but no cigar. It's okay. It's totally fine by me, you know? Sometimes you gotta, you know, lost a bunch of lives before with the thing there. Okay, let's just go with the fucking chart shots. I'm the little platform. And, fuck. Now what am I gonna do? Fuck. Fuck it, I got energy tanks. Fuck it, I don't care. really don't. Oh, Ice Slasher. Huh. Okay, everything's refilled. Yippee. Is it too much effort to, like, just put a fucking wall on there? So that, it's okay not to go there? Like, it's one thing, Anyways. Okay, whatever. Oh, Bubble Man. Again. And just hit him, kill him with the tridents. Because I don't care. There's gonna be a lot of I don't care in these events. So that's okay. That's perfectly fine, bro. That is perfectly fine. I'm moving right along. Crisis Circular Zone. Yeah. Interesting. Picketmans are relentless. Oh, big eye. Oh, I guess we go this way? Let's see where this leads us to. $5 billion Picketmen. Excellent. Okay. So I got a door I could go through but will not open. Excellent. Might as well use the fucking Thunder Beam. And I guess that's an exit. Okay, so I gotta go through this then. Anyways. Shit. Oh, fuck. By the way, the replacement music for this level, Mega Man X, Sigma Stage 3. Very appropriate for this particular level. Let's say that right now. But hey, you got a bunch of 4 lives. Fuck yeah, I'll take them. I could use extra lives. Oh, fuck, so where do we go now? Health, I could use that. Maybe go the other way. Of course. On the other hand, you know, at the end of the day, it got me like 4 extra lives. Or actually, just, I think I only counted like 3 of them. So, I gotta figure out how to get to this fucking, just like that, whatever. And, can't be bothered to like add an extra layer of floor. I mean, it's technically pleasing. Just walking on the edge of the screen, it looks bad. Just no. Hey, look, another Stone Man. Jeez. I think Stone Man's the go-to robot master for these less than stellar levels, shall we say. Like, I like the idea of this circular maze, but design-wise, you know, not a big fan. That's all I'm really gonna say. So, we're gonna move right along here. Next level. Change the victory tone in the background. Goose Man. Excellent. Okay. Why would you do this? Fucking hell. Why the fuck would you do this hidden... Jesus fucking Christ. That's shit. You know what? Fuck it. Fuck it. J'ai rien savoir, Steve. Rien savoir. Fucking hell. It's always a good sign when... Okay, Queen Monica MM Adventure Stage 4. Some of these titles, for fuck's sake. Too long and too whatever. Fuck, whatever. Anyways. And it's apparently a long-ass level because, you know. Oh, okay. So, you're gonna give me 6 keys, and I get to choose which weapons I get to use, right? Oh, I got the super adapter. Okay, so we got here, Mega Ball, and Jewel Shield, Oil Slider, that sort of thing. Okay, so, okay, so super adapter. Gotta go with time slow, because I got a feeling there's gonna be bullshit. And being able to slow down time. Hornet Chaser. Jewel Shield. Ice Slash. You know what? I think I'm going to hang on to this other key. You know, who knows? It might add an extra bit. Though I think I doubt. Oh, we'll see. Anyways. Oh, it's these green beams. These green beams that everybody likes for some reason. I don't know. Fuck. I don't care. Anyways. So the force beams in this is why I got the Hornet Chaser. You send the little hornets to pick up the items that are far away from you. That's why I use the time slow, because it's well, didn't quite make the slide, but that's okay. How many things did you... Oh, I got an extra life. Oh, that's useful. So, oh, magna things. And I hear force beams, which means I gotta go through some bullshit, no doubt. Yeah, okay, fine, whatever. Fuck me. So, what's on here? Oh, goody. So I'm stuck, because I should have used the oil slider, right? And, fuck, where do I go? Where the fuck do I go? By the way, that's bullshit. You scroll back to a screen and you run right into an enemy. Okay? Sorry, but no. That's just stupid. I did a level like that, and I know better now. I fixed that shit. And you gotta wait till the fucking, like, again, I don't care, because... Oh, dear. I got this thing too, huh? Respawning energy bits. Alright, climb the things. So where the fuck do I go now? Because that's a magma thing. That's gonna be a thing. And... So yeah, it's either oil slider or... Yeah, I guess that doesn't work. It's one of those where the fuck do I go type of levels, right? Well, Well, at least the extra life respawns. I have a feeling that, okay, yeah, so you can't go there. That kills you. Unless there's a trick that I'm completely missing. There we go, get the extra life. No, I keep pressing the wrong button. Like I'm seriously thinking about that, but no, there's probably something that I'm missing. So we gotta just give it another. Jesus Christ. Oh, wait. Oh, hold on. Ah, fucking idiot. Usually when there's like a little block on the corner there, it usually indicates you could go to another screen downwards. It took me that long to figure it. Fuck me. Fucking hell. Yeah, we're just gonna slide through all these Mets. Oh, jeez, do I... fuck me. I don't know where those force beams are gonna... Oh, okay. I guess we gotta do this shit now. Boop, boop, boop. Okay, I got enough to just slide through at least. Okay, so hopefully it's a boss. Probably another stone man, but we shall... Okay, maybe... okay, all the... I don't want to say all the mini bosses, because technically the squid is just like another big eye or something like that, but yeah, that's pure fucking genius there, pal. Okay, I can just let me go right to the top. And yeah. That's not working the way it's supposed to. I'm just trying to make it there. I figure on the, yeah. You stand on that block and, the fireballs will whiff you completely. And we got a teleporter, should I be concerned. Okay. Ah, fuck. See, this is why I use the time slow. Take that chance. Those look like red force beam. Oh yeah, yeah, those will kill you. And made it. Oh, another E-tank. Not really saying a whole lot at this point, just sort of just like playing it. Oh goody, Astro Man. Okay, Hornet Chaser. I was just gonna pelt him with Hornet Chasers anyways, because I just don't want to move anywhere, but okay, it's his weakness, fine, why not? And the Jewel Shield just blocks everything. Which is why I used it. The Jewel Shield Mega Man 9 is sort of like the Proto Shield, where it just deflects the shots. So, yar. I didn't have to do much. Just stand in the corner, and you're fine. So, we're going to move on to our next level. So, really looking forward to it. And, what's wrong here? Whoa. What's going on? Why is the... Could not connect to server if problem persists. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, alright, well, it's bound to happen, wasn't it? Well, I guess that's the end of the Wily challenge, so I guess we'll have to figure out something else to do. Anyways, yeah, that sucks. Okay, stand by. We'll see if we can find something else to do. Okay, so I was gonna attempt another Wily challenge, but you know what? Fuck it, we'll play some proper Mega Man. Via the Legacy Collection on Steam. First, we're gonna change it from the Rock Man to Mega Man. So I want to be able to read the text of the games that I've played like a billion times over. So we're gonna play Mega Man. Because of course we are. We are gonna play Mega Man. And just play through the whole game, and if I'm feeling it, we'll play Mega Man 2 afterwards, I guess. I already did a run of this like ages ago on... Brilliant. Excellent. It's always a good sign when the first flea runs right into you and you take up whatever. Okay, anyways. Fuck me, I'm off my game. Okay, so we start with Bomb Man, because of course we do. Alternatively, you could also start with Guts Man if you wanted to, but I start with Bomb Man because, well, Bomb Man has a nice level. Nice easygoing level for the most part. And then you have the Sniper Joes, which would go on to become a rather popular recurring enemy in Mega Man, but only appears in the one level, and that's Bomb Man's level. Fortunately, you're going to see plenty of that, whatever. Now we got these bullet bill things that explode when you shoot them, and they hurt quite a bit. Some great music here. And anyways, you probably make the bottom path if you wanted to, but I take the top path because I like the platforming stuff, and it's good practice too. So, anyways, you want to avoid not taking a hit, because if you get knocked onto the spikes, well, if you take a hit and you get lined on the spikes, you die. There's no grace period or anything like that. You just fucking die. So try to avoid that. That's the one quirk with Mega Man 1 with the spikes. And now I'm just going to shoot lemons. Hopefully the Sniper Joe will jump up eventually. If you try to go over, you try to get past the Sniper Joe, he'll just chase you. Like, as far as like the old Mega Mans, like the Sniper Joe in the first game was like really relentless. More randomized pattern compared to well, the one in Mega Man 2, for example. So more based on random chance than anything, which is a lot of stuff, you know, with Mega Man, especially this one. So just gonna climb down the ladders, all the Susies, and skip all that. Don't go for a straight drop, just like, you know, drop down for the first screen and catch the ladder, then climb down, and then you could do the straight drop on the second part. And Bomb Man's pretty easy for the most part. He just jumps around, he lobs bombs your way, and if you run close to him, he'll jump away. And he's dead. That's it. That's Bomb Man, everybody. Not much to it. Really, not that much to it. It's just Bomb Man. Anyways, next up on the list We got the It's a Gutsaman. Dana. Sorry, I don't have a meme for you. Anyways, fairly basic level, which is home to another recurring enemy, the Met, the hard hat, the metal, and I whiffed it. Ah, fuck me. Okay, we're gonna try this again. I wanted to do something like really cool and just like, you know, one jump and nail it, the skills, but there's no skills with that. So I'm just gonna play it safe. Fuck it. If it's not the most exciting gameplay ever, I don't care. I just want to not. I don't know what I don't want, but whatever. Anywho. So you got the Picket Man. And pretty straightforward. Like, unlike the other, like the fan game, they'll jump at you, and then they'll just lob pickets at you. So, anyways, just gotta figure out if I can make this one gap, and, no, whiffed it. Sometimes you go through, sometimes you don't. Like, it's not like, you know, it's not as refined, as it were, as later Mega Man sequels would be. But made it through the Big Eye in one piece. That's a bit of a rarity. You know, you don't want to hit it. You don't want to touch a Big Eye. That'll kill you in like 3 touches. Then you're fucking dead. Now we're gonna deal with Gutsman. His deal is he jumps, he lands, the screen shakes, and if you're on the ground, you're stunned momentarily. So you got a lot of these hyper bombs, which are generally useless because you toss them, there's a bit of a delay, and you know, it's easy for Gutsman to like sort of get away from them. So they're fine for like certain situations, as we'll demonstrate later on. Just want to check this is recording. And yeah, okay. If you switch windows, it pauses the game automatically. So we're gonna have a couple of those instances here and there. But anyways, move on to Cutman. He doesn't get a meme. Danner. Anyways, this is the most basic introductory level to Mega Man you can get. Even though it starts off with these bladers that dive at you. But fairly straightforward Mega Man level. Pretty much. And pretty much one of the best tunes. You know, there's like a billion remixes of this one song. I still kind of prefer the original. Though the one in that Street Fighter X Tekken, Cross Tekken, Plus Tekken, 10 Tekken, that... okay, I pressed the wrong button. Sorry. Because the pause button is not on the select button. You gotta press X or whatever. I don't know, whatever. Anyways, it was X or Y or whatnot. I get these things confused. Especially, you know, when you have the same game on both the Steam and the Switch and 3DS is another one, by the way. 3DS, the Legacy Collection on 3DS is kind of an interesting beast. It's a nice conversion, except for Mega Man 5, which is choppy for some reason. It's just that one game that's like really fucking choppy, and I don't know why. You know, just as a lark, and we're going to demonstrate one of the examples of Hyperbomb being useful. The rare case where it's useful in my situation, at least. Getting rid of the 2 Suzies for the price of none. So, boom. Yeah, so the Legacy Collection on 3DS, nothing happens here. Not 3DS version, not a bad way to go back in the day. Except Mega Man 5 runs like, it's really goddamn choppy for some reason. But, you know, as a lark, I got the Virtual Console version of Mega Man 5. That ran by fine. Except for the scan lines, which I hate. Let's see if we can make it through here. And oh yeah, look at that. Make yourself a little tunnel. The big guy can't go through there. He's fucked. Yeah. And you got the shutters. We got the screw things. And not much else to it. So, anyways, we got Cutman. He will run at you and toss his scissors at you. His weakness is the super arm, which basically you pick up those 2 blocks and you toss them at him. But it's like, he's so easily disposable with the regular buster that it's not even worth the effort. Like, I'd much rather just pelt him with lemons than just toss the bricks at him. Because, like, fuck it. Who cares? Anyways, so that's Cutman. That's 3 down, 3 to go. We're gonna go with Elecman. Took a sip here. And we have the things, the peaks, beaks. Is it the beaks? The things there? Things that, you know, your regular pellets can't kill. They only stun them. But you got special weapons that you kill with. That's the thing with me. It's like, I will never go to a Luckman stage without weapons. Because I want to dispose of the beaks or the things on the ground. But it's also, I won't go to it right away because I need one particular item. And I need one particular weapon to get it, as we'll soon venture through. As we climb this long. This is a very vertical level. Lots of climbing upwards. And won't be the last Mega Man level to be designed in such a way. Oh, I actually got that. That's kind of neat. Usually takes me a couple tries to actually get that one block, so I'm happy. Boom. 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 Holy fuck, you could scroll to the right. That's amazing. Anyways, if you need it, you could get like a energy pellet there, but I don't really need it, so I don't go for it. Also, it's like practically not worth it because there's no guarantee Mega Man will fit through that narrow thing there. Not for a lack of trying, you know? And boom. Boom, boom, boom. Alright, so we want to get that magnet beam. And in order to do that, we need to have the super arm, which just lets lift these blocks and toss them aside. And now we have the magnet beam. Simple as that. Magnet beam, it might be like something that's like off to the side there. And I don't know why I did that. Okay, just let go too soon. Magnet beam is an important weapon, as we'll find out later on. It's more of an accessory. If you've never played Mega Man before, which, well, you know, there's always somebody, right? We can continue our climb upwards. Try not to fall, because if you do, as we will... Oops. Oops. You gotta do all that again. So, that was done on purpose. Nah, just kidding. I mistimed the, climb upwards. It happens. That's okay. I'm not worried. Yeah. I'd be more worried if I landed on a bed of spikes in the bottom, and that's really not the case here. There's only like a couple bottomless pits, and that's about it. Alright, so I guess it's safe to go. And there's 2 ways you could go. You know, if you have the super arm, you could go one way, and if you don't, you know, you just go the other way, the left side. Not that it makes much of a difference, because you don't get any extra bonus as a result. And, anyway, so this is going to be interesting. We got the, oh, would you look at that? 3 for 3, motherfuckers. I got a good feeling all of a sudden now. Because, yeah. This is fairly straightforward. The middle beam goes, and then the top and bottoms go. So there's a bit of a pattern that you gotta memorize, or you gotta take into account if you want a nice successful climb. And now we have Iceman. Iceman's a bit of a threat because his thunder beams kills you in 3 hits. But so does the cutter, and that's fine by me. You know, 3 hits with the cutter is fine by me, because the pellets only do 1 point of damage. So, yeah. Now we got Iceman. Iceman's an interesting cat, because he looks like a indigenous life form. And probably wouldn't pass today, but fortunately it's 1987, and, well... Anyways, I don't want to finish that thought. And I land on that. Brilliant. Now you got the Pangs, who are much like the bullet bill type things, except they don't explode when you kill them, which is very much appreciated. They are pretty much the Medusas of these things, except you have a long-range weapon that you could kill these with without much effort. And yes, that was water, by the way. Even though there's no animation to indicate there's water, it is indeed water. There's no gravity to sort of, like, differentiate the stuff. Suffice it to say, if this was done with more modern Mega Man 8-bit technology, or whatever the case may be, you would feel the gravity. But, seeing as they hadn't mastered the properties of water in Mega Man, you know, it's just another thing that makes an annoying sound when you, quote-unquote, splash. Now, this is the part where I just say, fuck it, and I just use the magnet beam to skip all this crap. You know, blocks because I don't have the patience, and these platforms because they are not the most reliable, I will say that much. If you take a hit, you will more than likely fall through the moving platforms, and I don't want to take that chance. So I use the magnet beam to pretty much skip through all that shit, because it's a smart thing to do. And that's pretty much it, really. So we're just going to keep going, like so. 4x4. Thunder beams, go. And we fight the Pangs. Pangs aren't too bad if you want to, like, you know, just like, because they always... That's okay. Once again, we got Iceman, who has a very simple pattern. He will jump up, shoot 3 things, and he will die in 3 hits of Thunder Beam. Which is fine, because he will kill you in 3 hits of Ice Slasher. And also, maybe one of these days, or maybe later on, we'll do a sample battle. And I'll show you what Iceman is capable of, because you let the fight go on long enough. He can be a tough cookie. But now we got Fireman, the last of our Robot Master things. And Thunder Beam, go. This is where I learned the value of the Thunder Beam. Very basic, the Thunder Beam sort of like kills it easily. I don't often use Thunder Beam. Like, actually, I try to avoid using the weapons unless I really need them, or unless I could skip over a bit. But as of late, you start to make use of these extra weapons, because that's the whole point of Mega Man. You know, and it's sort of like... It's sort of where I gotta laugh at, like, the notion that, you know, people complain because if you use the weakness weapons, it makes the boss fights easier, which, you know, I don't know, isn't that the whole point of using weakness weapons, is to make the boss fights easier? I mean, for fuck's sake, what'd you expect? Anyways, I'm not saying a whole lot about the level, it's a fairly straightforward level. I actually did remake somewhat of this level in Mega Man Maker. You know, where it basically combined bits of the NES level and the Game Boy level and turned it into one longer level. And I've played around with it a couple times here and there, and might I don't know, if we got time we'll probably do it here. If not, we'll save it for some other time. And that's pretty much, like, for me, that's pretty much the deal. It's like, if there's some perverse interest in going through the whole, at least just the NES games, you know, I don't know if I want to subject you to the rest of the series, because it gets particularly painful to witness for the most part. I could play the games comfortably and show off a bit of gameplay, like, even if I play sloppily, like, you know, I'm fine with that. You know, because sometimes you're confident. Sometimes you're confident you'll conquer something that you won't care about playing with any semblance of skill or finesse. You're just gonna plow your way through no matter what, and that's pretty much the feeling. That's pretty much my mindset with this thing. So, anyways, Fireman, he will shoot firestorms at you. You'll lob him with ice, because ice does not melt in the Mega Man universe. It just, you know, freezes fire, I guess, or suppose. I don't know. Anyways. So that's the end of Fireman, and that's apparently also the end of Mega Man, because he's blinked out of existence, and, yeah. That's fun. So with all the Robot Masters done, we're off to Dr. Wily, or Dr. Willy, or Dr. something. That's a little dry. That's okay. Anyways. People like the Mega Man 2 Wily theme, but this is actually not one of the better ones, actually. Huh? 5 for 5. That's probably not going to last long. I can't be that lucky, right? Yeah. Anyways. I could have just backed off a bit, but whatever. Fuck, I don't care. Really don't care. Anyways. You freeze this big guy. Thankfully, I got that thing. I didn't expect to get that, but there you go. Nice slasher. Oh, nice. That would usually take me a little longer to try and freeze those fucking things. So, good on me, I suppose. I almost never go for that thing, even if I need the health. Oh, yeah, I got Firestorm here. Firestorm, you lob a fireball, and it also gives you, like, a defensive shield. That basically kills enemies. It's not like a true shield thing, like Wood Shield, or Skull Barrier, or Leaf Shield, or whatever. Excuse me. But, it's something, I guess. So now we got this room, where you gotta dodge the bullet bills. I typically say dodge. You know, you let them fly right over you, and you'll be fine. Because again, if you take a hit and you land on the spikes, you die right away. There's no grace period of invulnerability or invincibility or whatever the case may be. You fucking die. Now we're gonna use the magnet beam. The magnet beam. And this is the part where if you didn't get the magnet beam in Elecman stage, you are fucked. Because you needed to climb this particular piece of business. And they never did anything like this ever again, because if you beat a robot master, you usually get an extra item. That's how things are done for the rest of the game, for the most part. And now we got the Yellow Devil, aka that boss that pussies use, the pause trick, to beat easily. We're not going to do that here. We're going to do this proper. But not that proper. We're going to stick with the Thunder Beam, which is the weakness weapon. And of course you take a hit. Fuck off. Good thing I'm not monetizing this shit. Who the fuck would want to monetize this? Anyways, little grace period. Avoid little rocks, which I'm actually a nice touch with Mega Man 11 is that they actually kept the pattern for the rock monster devil thing in Mega Man 11, which they kept the same pattern, so that's kind of a neat little touch for those who care. For those who don't, that's an interesting piece of trivia. So that's the key thing. It's like, it's the pattern. Like, the only real, once you get the pattern down, it's like, it's not that bad. You just jump over the little rocks, and he's dead. Like, the only real trouble spot I find is that the eye shows up at random spots. Whereas, you know, later devils, there's a certain spot, but whatever, he's dead. We move on to the next level. And we move straight to the next level because there's no map in between levels. So, boom. Anyways. I'm gonna take my time here because, fuck it. So another popular trope with Mega Man is that Wily levels, especially in the NES games, does not replenish your weapons until you get a game over. So that's something you got to be mindful, especially, you know, later on there if you're using a lot of weapons. Dude. So rematch with Cutman, pretty much the same deal. You just sort of pelt him with pellets, and he's dead. And you pretty much have no choice because there's no guts blocks to lob at him. Which, again, like, for me personally, kind of redundant. It's like one of the cases where it's more trouble than it's worth. Anyways, the same layout, different enemies. You're gonna get that again, third time around. Switch to Rolling Cutter so we could fight off Eluckman. Same deal. And thankfully I touched him and not the Thunder Beam, because otherwise it would really be in trouble. Because again, Thunder Beam takes 3 hits to kill you. And got these bomb things. I'm going to try and get as much of these pellets as we can. Not much else to it. I don't know, I like this more than the Mega Man 2 theme. I'm sorry. Because there's more of a gravity to it than the other one. But I don't know, that's just me, you know. Thunder Beam. That last screen. Boom. Boom. And right below we have the copy robot, which is basically a clone of Mega Man. You swap a weapon, he will shoot you with that weapon. There's a reason why I'm using Magnet Beam. The reason we're using Magnet Beam is whatever weapon that you're armed with, he will get the first shot in. But you use Magnet Beam, he just walks backwards. And then you lob him with fireballs. which is not as destructive as the Thunder Beam or even like pelting fucking fireballs at Bomb Man, but it makes life easier. And he's dead. Copy Robot actually has like a very basic pattern, so once you figure that out, it's like, you know, you lock him in a pattern, he's fine. He's not that hard to beat, actually. Which is kind of funny, because Mega Man is one of the harder games in the series. Like, the first Mega Man is unrelentingly, whatever. It's a pain in the ass for the most part. This is another good Wily theme. This is actually more foreboding. Yeah, that was my fault. I miscalculated that. I don't know why I miscalculated that. This is where we do a lot of stupid shit, by the way. Boom. Fuck, I don't know how that happened. Ah, fuck me. Okay, whatever. So, got the big wave, which basically makes it an auto-scrolling level. You know, and you can't walk backwards, so just go along with the wave. You kill all the pangs, and then eventually you'll face off with bullet bills type things. And sometimes, on rare occasions, they'll continue shooting the penguin type things, and when you get to the bullet bills, you get this garbled enemy. It's very rare that this happens, and I always thought it was like a neat little thing there. Amazingly, I dodged that one. I rarely... That's another one where I rarely been able to avoid. So you got this thing. These things will pop out of the 3 segments, and you basically just shoot it with pellets, or you could lob the guts blocks at it, which kills it in a single hit. Much like Cutman, you know, this is a case, again, they get faster with each one you destroy. But again, it gets to a point where if you figure out the pattern, and you have a fast trigger finger, you never need to touch those guts blocks. Ever. And it gets to a point where you're just better off using the regular buster than the super arm. Which kind of makes it like sort of a situational type thing. Anyways, we're off to the final Wily level. And, yeah. Actually, this isn't such a bad run. Oh, extra life. You know, for the most part, you know, early to tell really there, but it's not a bad run actually, because I've only died like one. You know, this would have been a no-death run if not for that one fucking jump in Gutsman. I think that was the only one. I could be wrong. Anyways. Doop. Doop. Anyways, I like to use Thunder Beam here. Also, I like the shitload of Gutsman statues that you got here. Which makes sense considering, you know, Dr. Wily's infatuation with Gutsman for some reason. Because he makes a recurring appearance in Mega Man whatever and Mega Man whatever. Possibly Mega Man whatever as well. You know which ones I'm talking about. Okay, so gotta wait for this stupid thing. I could have just used a magnet beam to just say fuck it, just cross it, but whatever. I shall, actually, you know... Why didn't I just walk along with the... Okay, whatever, we'll wait for the thing. So I want to get the other power up at the end, because that restores everything. As we've seen earlier on this program. So, yeah. No reason. I just felt like getting another one up. And now we got the last stretch of bosses to boss rush. A true endurance battle, as it were. Because you're fighting one boss after the other. And there are no health pickups. Usually you beat a robot master in these rematches. They leave behind like an energy capsule. Not here. Here you got to do it in one shot for the most part. That's like, no. That wasn't so bad actually. That wasn't so bad. And Iceman. Just get out. A neat little trick you could do. Get the butts bomb. The bomb butts, the hyper bombs, whatever whatever, fuck. And this is a dangerous situation though. Because he could easily just pin you in the teleporter and you're screwed. That's not a situation you want to get through. Fortunately, he stayed on the right side of the screen and I'm happy. Now we got the final battle with Dr. Wily, which is another boss you could pretty much cheese with the pause trick, but again, we're not going to do that. We're going to cheese him with Firestorm because it's a much better weapon, I guess. Glass shatters. Second form of Dr. Wily. You just walk right, almost like in front, but almost under the ship. And the shots will go right over you. The shots will aim sort of to your position, but you just keep close by. It'll whiff every single time. And that's Mega Man 1, everybody. That's the end of Mega Man 1. That was a good run, actually. That was better. That was a better run than I thought I was gonna get. So, yar. Anyways, I'd stick around and show you the ending, but I honestly don't feel like it. And we're gonna move on to something else, I suppose. Okay, we're gonna give this another shot, and okay, the levels are a little better. Okay, so what happened is I switched microphones to something a little more dynamic, shall we say. So if this sounds great, or at least if it sounds somewhere that I could be satisfied with, or better than what I had before, we'll stick with it. Otherwise, we'll try something else, or we'll stick with what we had before. Be done with it. So, yeah, so this sort of a test bed, as it were. Anyways, Mega Man 2. A lot of people like this game for some reason. Because it's a good game. Don't need any other reason more than that. Okay, so we're going to play difficult because that's actually the normal mode. The normal mode in Mega Man 2 is easy. And if you press start fast enough, twice, you'll get the menu music on the stage select screen, which is a nice little feature, glitch, whatever. You have this happy, upbeat menu music where foreboding stage select music would be. And we're going to start with Airman. Most people would like to start with Metal Man. I don't. I start with Airman. Because fuck you, that's why. Anyways, these platforms will pop up. Once the drills retract, you jump on, you jump off, you shoot the little heads that pop out, and that's pretty much the gimmick for a good chunk of the level at least. And there is indeed plenty of air in this Airman empire, because there's more empires for you to conquer in this Mega Man 2 thing, if you want to go by the vernacular of the American boxes and stuff. Anyways, you got these lightning things. They will lob lightning bolts as such, but they are easily disposed of. You just gotta shoot them really fast, and they're gone. So, I got the PPs. Everyone's favorite enemy, the PPs. They drop eggs. Sometimes they'll drop eggs behind the clouds where you can't see them, which is a dick move, but that's something I've come to expect from variety of Mega Man games. Every Mega Man has its own dick move. Mega Man 1, it's the spikes that kill you whether you're invincible or not. And Mega Man 2, you have the PP-s. I don't know why anyone would decide to name their birds PP, but there you go. Now hopefully, this playthrough will go by well enough that I don't have to go to the bathroom for a PP, if you get my drift. So, just shoot the fan guys. Get the health capsules, because those are really helpful. For some reason, health regeneration on your end is slower compared to the other games. Then in Mega Man 4, they flipped it so that the boss charging thing is slower. I never got that, but whatever. So anyways, we got Airman. He tosses a bunch of little tornadoes. You have to get past them. And you shoot them. And that's it. After the third wave, you'll jump to the other side. You pound him. You try not to hit him. And then you beat him. That's how you defeat Airman. I don't know why anyone made a song that where they can't defeat Airman. He's not the most... He's not a walk in a park, but he is killable, eventually. Now we get the air shooter, which shoots 3 little tornadoes to the sky. Probably one of the more effective weapons in Mega Man 2. Got a message from Dr. Light. Like that the Legacy Collection keeps the seizure-inducing red light. Whereas if you were to play this on the NES Classic Edition, you get some strobing effect that doesn't quite work. Yeah, if I have the clip somewhere, I'll load it up there. But anyways, item 2 is a jet that flies straight ahead. You can't move it up or down. Here's the password for anyone who cares. That's probably very few of you if you're playing this, especially on the Mega Man Legacy Collection, which does have a save state function, which is useful for some people and kind of pointless for others, but you know, whatever. Next up, we have Crash Man, or Clash Man if you're a foreigner. Much like Elec Man's level in Mega Man 1, this is another vertical level where you're climbing upwards. Be sure to kill all the tellies and grab the ladder before they respawn. Otherwise, it's bad news. Very, very... Actually, that's probably my best run. That's a lie. Then again, maybe not, actually. You know, so far, gone through that without a scratch. So, that's not going to last long. Anyways. So, you climb the ladder, pretty much. It's not much to it. You just ride the rails and try to not get knocked off by the tellies that spawn on the sides. So you got this last sequence, but I'm not gonna wait. I'm just gonna go with my item 2, and just for a zip by, grab the ladder, save a couple seconds, cause it takes a good long while. Now we got the can enemy where shoot the cans, they spray all over the place. And I'm amazed. I hate fighting these things, because more often than not, I get hit by the recoiling cans. But this time, you know, went well. Which means it's not going to go well elsewhere. Another part that I usually have trouble with. And, ooh, made it. Excellent. The reckoning is coming. I just feel it. Probably going to be on this one climbing segment. That was always... the trick with the PPs is you face a direction, you face a certain side, the PPs are going to come from that side. It's much like the Medusa heads in Castlevania, but I don't know. It's just the way it is. So if you're going left, it's going to spawn from the the left. If you're going right, it's gonna spawn from the right. And yeah, here we go. Oh yeah, this is gonna be balls. Oh dear. Okay. Fuck me. Yeah, I'm gonna use the air shooter. Knock the guy off with this air shooter thing. Oh shit. Brilliant. Yeah, you know, looking to my left, and oh, made it through. That was bad. That was fucking wretched. I will not lie. So get the E-tank. Use item 2 to. Now normally you would use item 2 to go to the left ladder because that leads to an extra life, but you know what? I'm not going to bother with it. I don't need extra lives as much as I do elsewhere. Oh, I'll take that one though. That's a surprise. Probably not. Now we got Crashman. Crashman dies with 3 shots from the air shooter. If you time it right, you'll get 2 hits in, like I did right there. And that's pretty much the pattern. Pretty much. Crashman will jump when you press the fire button and he will lob a bomb your way. And that's it. So, yeah, weakness weapon pretty much kills him easy. I got the Crash Bomber, which clings to walls and stuff and then explode. Or it'll hit an enemy like normal and do fuck all. You know, Crash Bomber had the potential to be something useful, but they never really do much with it. It took a fan game that made it capable of making your own levels to sort of make it more useful, such as it is. Anyways, we're going to Flashman stage, you know, in case you haven't been following the picture on screen. And, yeah. Another pretty straightforward level. You're only the ice level in this level. The ice level in the game. Your obligatory ice level. Nice flashing ice blocks. The future, everybody. This is the future we wish we all had. Is killer robots, ice blocks that glowed in sequence. Instead, we got whatever the fuck we have now. I don't know what we have. One day it's viruses, the other days it's a flu. Other days it's people acting like complete, well, whatever. Okay. Okay, back to the spaghetti robots. I call those spaghetti robots because they shoot out noodles. So we're going to completely skip that. You could get the thing if you want, but I really, you know, if you have enough health, you don't bother with it. I can normally do this platforming, but I'm lazy, so we're going to use item 2 to circumvent all of that stuff. This upper path has an energy tank. Mega Man 2 is the first game to feature energy tanks, which you go to the menu and you can use an energy tank to refill your health. And unlike other Mega Man games, you could only carry up to 4. And now I'm going to do something I've never done before and attempt to fight Crashman with the flash bombs, or is it Flashman with the crash bombs? Anyways, Flashman freezes you and then he shoots you with his Gatling Buster. And I'm whiffing every shot with these bombers. Fuck this. Just sort of just rapid fire it. Whatever. Yeah. Fun fact. First boss I fought in Mega Man 2 was Flashman. Played it on normal and I was wondering why he was taking so much damage. And that's when I figured out normal mode is easy. Normal mode cuts everything's in, doubles your attack power pretty much. For anyone who's wondering. And then there's some bits that are missing, but that's all it is. It's not like the Mega Man 10 easy mode where they add platforms and give you items all over the place. They just double the damage you do and stuff. Anyways, I'm gonna take a sip. Anyways, you got a time stopper. It freezes time until your energy is depleted. Unfortunately, you don't have the Gatling gun, which is sad. And item 3 is a thing that climbs the walls, and you could climb along with it. So it's a nice little thing. Then there's item 1, which is a platform thing, much like a balloon. But whatever. We don't get that till much, much later. Next up, we have Quick Man. He shoots little boomerangs, and his level is notorious because it has the force beams that you have to evade. And this is another vertically inclined level for the most part, because you're always going downwards. So after that segment with the spaghetti, the noodle bots, we get to this level's gimmick, the force beams. Force beams will kill you in a single hit if you die, but if you take a hit, they won't hurt you if you're having the invincibility frames. So you go the right path, you get an energy tank and a 1-up, as you can see. I'm lagging in the commentary here. Air shooters will kill the fire dudes in a single hit. I always like this effect where, you know, if you're in darkness, then the fire guys show up and then you kill it. Here's the main crutch of the Quick Man level. Evading all these force beams. There's a rhythm you have to maintain. And, you know, once upon a time I used Time Stopper to sort of like give myself an edge, but after a while, with some practice, you could evade these just, you know, really, really quickly. Got the, Got the Sniper Joes. Unlike in Mega Man 1, where the Sniper Joes are a little more random, these Joes have a pattern. They'll shoot 3 shots and then they'll bring their shields up. They're not as sporadic, and if you could jump over them, they won't chase after you. Which is a nice feeling to have. And we're going to attempt to fight Quick Man with some crash bombs. I'm trying to make use of these goddamn weapons, these crash bombs. Even though I don't like them in this game. But sometimes they have their uses. And sometimes they're completely useless. Anyways, you want to use the Time Stopper to drain half his health. Or you just kill him. I don't care. Either way works. Usually I just pelt them with buster shots, because that's the strategy that works for me, but apparently, you know, crash bombs, timed properly, do massive damage. But I don't like using crash bombs in this game. Anyways, you got a quick boomerang, which is a short-range weapon. Oh, and by the way, here's that clip that I was talking about from the NES Classic Edition version of Mega Man 2. And, you know, you see this sort of like strobing effect that they have here there. Blinks a couple times, then it has that little aura thing, which is I always thought was kind of weird. Anyways, back to our gameplay proper. Password. You know, one key thing you'll note is that as I'm acquiring energy tanks, the A column or the A row keeps track of how many energy tanks you have. So you could move that dot around and that determines how many energy tanks are in your possession. So, speaking of energy tanks, here's a free one in Metal Man stage. Ain't that nice? I think in Mega Man 2, if you get a game over, you lose your energy tanks. I could be wrong. I think that's the one trade-off. Anyways, avoid the crushers, because they will do massive damage if you run into them. I could probably just jump over those, but I'm not going to take the chance. I'll play it safe this time. And then we'll move on to something else afterwards. I can use a time stopper, gives me less of a headache to deal with. Also freezes the conveyors, which It's a nice touch. Able to go through that relatively unscathed, so... For the most part, yeah, I was gonna go for the extra life that's on the top platform, but then I decided, nah, fuck it. Not gonna bother. Anyways, go down. Down, down, down. Fairly basic, fairly straightforward level. A lot of it is having to deal with the conveyor belts. And, you know, these gear clown things. Now, if you kill the gear before the clown lands, he'll just fall down. Aimlessly. But, I got these can things again. Get them up close. Up until they reach the, little, stub. And, you shoot. And you hide. Now, since I've got all the energy tanks I need, I don't need to get that one at the bottom, so... Nice little item, too, to sort of whiff all those, springy things. Now I'm straight to Metal Man stage. Now we're gonna go to the Quick Man. Quick Boomerang. Which, like I said, is a short-range weapon. But it's also a rapid-fire shot, so you can hold the button down and just get rapid fire. Which is useful. Metal Man will jump to the other side if you get close to him. And then sometimes he'll flash to change the orientation of the conveyor. So you make quick work of them. So, whatever. You get equipped with the metal blade. Probably the one weapon that a lot of people see a lot of use with. Because it shoots in 8 directions, and it's a pretty hard-hitting weapon as well. This metal blade, so it has some uses, and the ammo count is pretty generous. Next up, we have Bubble Man. You hold buttons, you get little peepees instead of stars, and you get this waterfall to greet you. You get frogs launching other frogs. Neat trick, you keep the one frog alive. You have it follow you, and the other one won't launch. Frogs will only launch little frogs when there are no more frogs on screen. If you have at least one. These buggers are hard to hit too, so... Anyways, item 2. I don't trust myself. I could probably make it, but the platforms drop. Sometimes they'll lag a bit, sometimes they'll drop instantaneously. At least that's always been my experience. So I'm just like, whatever, fuck it. You know, item 2. Skip it. I don't care. Now we take a dip. The first time that we have underwater physics in Mega Man. Which involves slow, floaty, but very high jumps. For those who recall Mega Man 1, the one Iceman level that has the pool of water, it was just an aesthetic. Not much else. Kill the giant fish with the metal blades. You kill everything with the metal blades. Even the little robot jellyfish things you kill with the metal blades. Because of course, why not? Not much else to it. It's trying to avoid jumping right all the way to the ceiling, because that means you get killed by the spikes, and the spikes will kill you. Though, if you take a hit and you have invulnerability frames for a couple seconds, you could touch the spikes without worry of penalty or death or whatever. Anyways, more froggies. Metal blades make short work of these. Now this is a part where I'm going to attempt to play these normally. crabs will fall from the sky and you have to kill them. You also got to be careful because if the crab lands on your way while you're jumping and it lands and you fall down, you restart back into the beginning of the underwater segment. Anyways, we have Bubble Man, our old friend Bubble Man. Launches a couple of bubbles, then he will swim upwards, shooting his shots. Metal Blade makes short work of them. And we are done. We are done with this. I don't know how much of it. I don't know how much you're registering, because the mic was a little high. Anyways, Bubble Lead runs along the floor and then drops down. Fairly powerful weapon, fairly useful weapon for certain situations. Though I don't use it all that much, not as much as I used to, because it has its uses elsewhere. Instead, I use air shooters to kill these hully things. Yeah, you might as well hit them with the air shooters. I'm not going to use them much. Unlike the Metal Blade, I could run and shoot at the same time with these things. The Metal Blade, Mega Man has two types of animations, two types of shooting animations. There's the animation where he shoots stuff out of his buster, and then there's the animation where he's tossing stuff. And whenever he's tossing stuff, he cannot walk. You know, everything's done stationary. Now we got the only stage with the only blocks, the disappearing blocks. And yeah, this is another headache. I don't know. I could have made that jump, but I'm a bit squeamish today. I shit, really squeamish, actually. Now we're gonna go with the Metal Blades, because might as well. There we go. A lot of the segments, for the most part, aren't so bad. It's just the one segment where you gotta traverse a whole bunch of blocks over a stream of magma and then a very large bottomless pit. This is the reason why I start with Airman, so I could get item 2 and circumvent all of that. And I've done it a couple of times. I've made it a couple of times, but it's just the visual. I mean, look. Like you're flying by and the bricks are just like boo 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 boo. That's always I thought was like that was a nice, that amused me as a visual. And then a walker, you just freeze in the air. I used to fight it head on, and then I'm just like, I got Time Stopper, might as well use it. I'm not gonna use it for anything else, so I figured why not. Now we got Heat Man, who's basically a giant Zippo lighter. He will shoot fireball things. You hit him, he will lunge at you in a fireball. And you basically repeat the process until he's dead. Bubble Lead merely speeds up the process by having you kill him in fewer hits. But if you were using this with the Mega Buster, the standard Buster, the P-Gun, it's a longer fight, but not a particularly difficult one. It just involves keeping up with a groove. Now we got Atomic Fire, which is the only chargeable weapon in Mega Man 2. And at last we have Item 1, which is a floating platform that we will see in use somewhere down the line. Oh, get your weapons ready, Mega Man. I don't know why, but you just gotta get your weapons ready. Oh dear. Closing in on an hour 40. And, yeah, we're going to deal with Woodman. Woodman's a stage where I use mostly the metal blades because they take out the rabbits rather quickly. And, as I'm playing through this level, I'm wondering if I should just stop it after Mega Man 2, or should I just go on with Mega Man? I'm probably, you know what, I might. By the time we get to the end, I will figure it out for myself. But I think, you know, we'll finish 2, and if there's any interest, I'll play the rest of the games in the collection. Probably mostly just the NES games. Once you get to 7 and 8, and it becomes a clusterfuck, and you know, they're playable, they're fun for a lark, they're fun for like a private gaming session, but not the most enlightening of public consumption material, unless you want lots of fails, and not particularly of the good kinds, shall we say. So here's a little cheap strategy. Just lob metal blades from a distance. Because the idea is you have to, like, you know, get in up close, and it's a little tight, so you just cheese them. So, over the years, as I play Mega Man 2 and the various games, I like to experiment with different strategies. You know, just to see if I could pull them off and shave off a bit of time. Like, I don't care for, like, speed running or anything like that. I like to, like, you know, immerse myself in the game. And speed running, you're just sort of like, do whatever you can to save time. Or whatever the case may be. It's like you're trying to beat the game as quickly as possible, and you'll do whatever you can to, like, exploit whatever you could to achieve that run. Whatever the case may be, whether it be special glitches or whatnot. Like, I don't care for that sort of thing. Like, for the people who do that stuff, that's a different skill set. Like, for me, that's a different experience. Like, for me, you know, I can do something like this. It's a neat little trick that I could do just to circumvent all the chickens, which I never liked fighting to begin with. I never did that until, you know, recently. Before then, I would just head on with the chickens head on. Now I'm like, let's take a couple seconds to place this little thing so we could skip all the chickens. Now we got Woodman. Woodman has a shield. He will launch leaves into the air. Launches his leaf forward. You hit him with atomic fire. 2 fully charged atomic fire shots will kill Woodman. Alternatively, you could use metal blades, but metal blades do less damage. But that's apparently a weakness weapon against Woodman. No, it's atomic fire. Metal blade just does a couple hit points, and that's about it. It's like saying a Mega Buster shot is... It's like saying a boss is weak to Mega Buster charge shots because it does more damage. But there's always a weapon that's going to do slightly more damage. That's actually a bad example, especially in the later games, but we'll get to that later on. Anyways, we're off to Dr. Wily's Evil Castle. The song's so great they have to recycle it for Mega Man 9. Absolutely brilliant. And hey, it's that song that everybody likes. Fucking peepees. Yeah, Dr. Wily really stepped up his game here. Because Mega Man 1, he threw the biggest and baddest big eyes at you to defend his front walls. Here he's tossing little birds. Clearly an upgrade in security. And more of these spaghetti things. Metal blades make short work of these. So be sure to use that as often as you like. Though I'm sure you don't need me to tell you that. You probably already do if you're playing this game. Or so I hear. Anyways, item 3. Try to use as little of item 3 as possible. Or just use the weapons, just refill with the weapon capsules because it will come into play later on. Some close quarters combat with the Sniper Joes in these next couple of screens. Try to get as many shots as you can. Dodge, get out of the way, finish them off, then move right along. This is the part where we need to use item 1. Try to get this right the first time around, because otherwise, smart use of these items. I probably could have made that jump, but whatever. I just want to play it safe. And you just keep walking, because there's no benefit in shooting down the tellies. You can't grind for items. They just fall off the screen. And now, the part that everybody loves. Everybody's favorite Mega Man boss. I'm referring to the Flying Dragon. Where you hop on little blocks. And then halfway through, a little big dragon pops up. And you have to outrun the dragon, which is not as bad. You just gotta time your jumps properly so you don't overshoot him. And then the dragon shoots fireballs. I don't know if there's... I don't know the proper weakness weapon. Don't care, I just use quick boomerangs. Because I don't want to mash the button. Because quick boomerang is just a rapid fire shot. You hold the button down, you shoot a bunch of boomerangs. So that gets the job done for me anyways. This castle's unfinished because you don't have the entire skull, but that's okay, because I don't think anybody cares. Anywho, stock up on some prime items here. Ideally, you want to keep those around for in case you mess up. There's a segment that you need to fly through. But now there's two paths that you could take. Alright, you want to take the second ladder. First ladder has you wasting ammo, which is bad. The second ladder will give you an energy tank, which is why I'm using one. And also give you ammo refills and an extra life on top of that. Which at this point, I don't think we really need, but hey, you never know. And you can use the little capsules to refill on any item. I prefer to refill on item 2. Or whatever the case may be. Nice little drop. Now we get the drill bits. I don't have the option to use the time stopper. Well, I do, but I want to save that for later on. Because in all honesty, there's seldom few times that I use the time stopper in this game. Unlike, say, Flash Stopper in like Mega Man 4, which has slightly more use and you could fire your weapon. And this part, I'll use the metal blades to make short work of these drills. Because I don't have the rolling cutter like I do in Dr. Wily's Revenge for the Game Boy. So I gotta use this thing. Oh, item 3. You gotta avoid the crushers. This is one of the instances where I would normally use Time Stopper, but I'm gonna try and... Oh, I actually made it through. Imagine that. I figured I would have gotten hit. I want one or the other. So... Anyways. We don't need the health. we will switch to bubble lead for our next boss, which is a bunch of pod things that will form and chase after you. And with your regular buster, it takes a couple of hits. So you use the bubble lead to kill it in, well, a single hit. And that's it, really. Pod things will pop up. They will chase after you. You kill them. And you do this until the health is completely depleted. And that's really all there is to it. Pretty straightforward boss, I think. And probably in hindsight, they could have made this a little more difficult by having you beat all the bosses, all the pod things forming from the blocks, but whatever. Whatever, that's done, and that's all I care about. If it's done, it's done. And we move on to the next phase. And a change in music. And I actually prefer this theme over the one that everybody else likes. Yeah, I'm not gonna bother. There's no point. By the way, a single crash bomb will blow up both those walls. So it really doesn't matter. But I'm not gonna waste them because I really don't need them. Anyways, yeah, middle blade, why not? And, quick boomerang for the rest of the level. And sparsely populated level for the most part. That's pretty straightforward. You only got a couple of big fish that will pop out, and you could only kill with the quick boomerang. Or maybe there's other weapons too, but for the most part, most of your weapons are pretty useless against the big fish. And then it's one long descent downwards, where you try to avoid the spikes. And if you don't, you respawn before this whole mess. It's a pretty straightforward level. But for first-timers, it can be somewhat daunting. A thing full of spikes. What could possibly go right? Much like this segment, what could possibly go right with all the shotgunners? That run into their projectiles. Now we come to the next boss, the Guts Dozer, where you have a giant Gutsman tank that will shoot pods at you and hard hat mets things. But few shots from quick boomerang will take it down rather easily. Take the whole screen down, apparently, because that's a thing. Hey, that's okay. It gets the job done. Just checking if it's recording still. Because every time you switch to another program, it brings up that menu, so it doesn't. So the game doesn't screw you over while you're playing something else, which I appreciate. It does kill the flow somewhat for this sort of thing, but that's okay. I need more item 2 more than anything. Well, I don't need anything really, but anyways, this level has a new gimmick. It has invisible pitfalls where some of the blocks you could fall through. And an easy way to determine what blocks are easy to fit through is bubble lead. Pretty much. I can remember this part. It's the part with the spikes that I'm not too familiar with. At least I don't remember all that well. So I'm going to use bubble lead to sort of lead myself. Or maybe it's bubble lead. Lead you down the right path. Alright, and you got 2 hard hats and an E-tank. There's a couple of unsolid blocks here. And then, you know, you climb upwards and you make your way back down, which is the platforming segments. You ride the platform. Always use the leaf shield, which is a nice, helpful defense against the telly, so you don't have to do anything. Of course, once you move an inch, up, down, left, right, the shield shoots its way in the direction you press. But, whatever. That's okay. You ride the platform, like so. You jump on this thing, because you obviously can't fit through that hole. Jump on the platform again. Over the hurdle. And, again, you bring up the shield to protect you from the tellies. I think they're tellies. I don't think anybody cares. You drop down. Eventually, you're going to have to jump over that hurdle, which is going to launch the shield, unfortunately. That's okay, you're not going to be using it much henceforth, save for one boss battle. Not much else to it, really. This is the tricky part. Switch to item 2. You only use for that platform, I believe. Yeah, because you're not tall enough to fit through that little space, so you got to do that. Though I think, you know, with proper timing, you could do like proper platforming. I just don't feel like it's a little late. So I'm trying to keep it together as much as I can. So the fact that I'm performing well enough, shall we say, is a modern miracle, for lack of a better word. Anyways, the last Joe's in the game. Not the last we shall be seeing moving forward. Moving on to retirement, but no. Couldn't leave well enough alone. Har har. Bah. Die, Joe. Now this is what I like to call a... Well... The gimmick with this boss is that you only can use crash bombs to kill these things. But as you could probably tell, you only have a limited number of crash bombs. So, the way this is done is that there's a certain pattern you have to follow. And if you don't follow a certain pattern, then you are fucked because you are out of ammo, and then you have to grind for more ammo. And grinding for stuff in this level is questionable. Hence why I don't use crash bombs at any point. And yes, I did use an energy tank. One of the few cases where I will use energy tanks in this game. Because... whatever, right? Okay, I mistimed that. There's a thing where if you timed it, you could have used... with the proper aiming, you could have used the bomb to kill the wall below and the gimmick above. And maybe if I were more awake, aka I wasn't playing this in like 2 in the morning, where I'm fastly starting to fall asleep here. But so I'm trying to... if I come off incoherent from this point forward, I apologize, but it's starting to get to me. Somehow I survived. Now it's got one more level to go. Or do we? Boop, boop. Yeah, so it's a tradition that begins here. Or, you know, a tradition that's done properly. That's the boss rush. Kill all the old bosses in rematches to make it to the last room. And this is where we use the metal blade to kill a good chunk of robot masters. Because the geniuses who programmed this thing figured, yeah, nobody's gonna use Metal Blade to kill people. Metal Blade would probably work on Crash Man, probably not. You know, it could... There's probably a version of Mega Man 2 where you could kill everything with the Metal Blade, even the last boss. But you can't do it with Quickman. Quickman's a smart lad. Very smart lad. But I could kill it with pellets. And he will like it. Yep. Didn't even use a time stopper. So I could have used it for that segment. Well, back to the Metal Blades for Bubble Man. Oh, goody. Wouldn't let me grab the energy capsule. You assholes. Okay, now I'll use the fucking Metal Blade on the Woodman. Everybody wants to use Metal Blade on the Woodman because that's the weakness weapon. Even though there's the weapon that could kill the fucker in 2 hits. With fully charged shots, but no, let's just use the Metal Blades. Because it takes 2 points and that's a weakness. Jesus Christ. I am losing my mind. It's late. And I'm tired. Maybe one day we'll be able to land these fucking blows. Kneecap the capsule. Bubble lead. There's only one more to go. Come on, Zippo man. Let's get it on. Like, one of these days I will be able to dodge those fireballs. But not today. God damn it, ain't today. Dr. Wily, first form. Treat it like Woodman. Charge your atomic fire. Two shots of charged atomic fire. Kills the first form. Second form uses crash bombs, but we don't have crash bombs because we wasted it on the other boss. So I'm stuck using Metal Blades, but I don't want to use Metal Blades because I'm bored. Because at this point I just want to amuse myself, if nothing else. And fuck it, I'm not going to use the energy tanks on the last guy, so let's be creative. Let's make this as painful to watch for the viewer as humanly possible. This fucking asshole doesn't know how to play. Now, it's not that I don't know how to play, it's just I don't care to play well enough at this point. I got the energy tanks, I'm gonna fucking use them. I don't care. It's almost over. Because I've played this and beaten this many times, and you get to a point where you can afford to play sloppy because eventually it pays off. Hence this part, which is why I'm letting the acid parts just hit me. Okay. Gotta be real careful. Real careful. Ah, fuck me. And these things can kill you in 3 hits, by the way. And not only that, but all it takes is 1 hit for the final boss, Dr. Wily. Let's pretend this is 1980X. Oh no, is Dr. Wily's really an alien? God damn. This blew my mind, actually. I'll be honest with you, when I was a kid. Anyways, you hit it with Bubble Lead, because it's the only weapon that will kill Dr. Wily. Every other weapon will refill his life. And if you die here, and you run out of Bubble Lead, and you have a shitload of lives, well, you're screwed pretty much. Fortunately, the alien goes in a lazy 8 pattern, So once you figure out the pattern and you figure out the right time to hit him with the bubble lead, it shouldn't be much of a problem. It's just a matter of dodging the shots and timing your shots. And you only have so many shots. Especially if you're playing this on the difficult mode. If you're on the normal mode, where everything takes double damage, you have more leeway. But we killed the alien, thank fuck. All it would have taken was one hit, and oh yeah, it's a hologram. It's not really an alien. Imagine what kind of a twist it would have been for the rest of the series if this had been the case and Dr. Wily was an alien, and now Mega Man's fighting aliens from other planets, and you know, that was almost the case in one of the later games, but not really. But yes, we beat Mega Man 2, and yeah, we're gonna end it here. Thought about doing Mega Man 3, but, you know, it is running a little late for me. Who knows? If anybody really wants to see that, I guess we could try it somewhere down the line. Who knows? But, for now, we'll enjoy the ending. Probably will cut off before the credits. And, yeah, if you've stuck around for this journey, thanks for thanks for wasting 2 hours of your life watching me fumble through Mega Man stuff. And hopefully somewhere down the line we'll have something resembling a schedule where proper videos will be posted sooner or later. Like I said, I'm trying to work out some sound stuff, and I got some stuff that's just need to be rendered and put together, and yeah. So that's that. Thanks for the 2 hours spent here, and until next time, take care, be safe, good night, and yeah, bye.